Welcome to the podcast that passes poor performance on pop culture. I'm one of your hosts, Darren Duncan, alongside with my best friend, Audie Marsh. We're just a couple of cool cats casually causing some chaos with conversation. We're here to entertain you, not hurt your feelings, so don't blame us.
A long, long time ago, in a basement far, far away from where Audie Marsh lives, all the way from Missouri to Cherry Valley, Illinois, there was two gentlemen. Only one of them was handsome, and they decided to make a podcast. One of them was a total asshole and has been absent for the last, 3-4 months? But that's neither here nor there. Now they are back in full effect with Season 2, Episode 1. Welcome, everybody. Wait,
we didn't really announce it.
Actually, we have to end this live right now because I just got a cease and desist letter from George Lucas. We're getting sued. That's it. Thanks for the podcast, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. Hey,
we're done forever now. Yep. First we ripped off Rip It, and then now we're ripping off Star Wars. Yeah. How dare us?
Well, it's Disney owns Star Wars now, and Disney don't fuck around.
I wonder if Disney owns Rip It too.
I don't know. Could you imagine watching an Aliens movie now that Disney owns it?
So that technically means that the Queen alien is a Disney princess.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if anybody wants to have this fucking conversation, I'm ready for it. Oh, who's the toughest fucking Disney princess? A xenomorph. The Queen alien is technically a fucking Disney princess now. Prove me wrong. Do it. So what's been going on in your life? First of all, I got to tell the entire audience, the reason why we have been absent for all these months is 100% my fault. I am owning it. It has nothing to do with Audie. Audie's been, dude, come on. We got to fucking do the podcast again. But you know how I am. Once I get interested in something and I love it so much, I abandon it. Besides my kids and my old lady, I gotta drop Audie off at the fire station every once in a while. They got that little box where no questions asked, don't ask, don't tell, where you could put a little baby in it. This podcast has become my baby. I dropped it off at the fire station, and now it's fucking back to haunt me. So here I am.
So I feel like an ex-girlfriend right now, you know?
So, yeah. The booty call, I let you back. But I promise I'll let you come over every weekend from now on.
So am I your bounce back?
No. I'll let you come back every Friday night from now on.
Every Friday night.
It's Season 2, baby. We're back. Season 2.
Yeah.
I'm an asshole sometimes, and I lose interest in things. It wasn't even a thing of losing interest. It was just me being careless in my own life and just being like, fuck it, I don't want to do it, so I don't have to, you know? And it kicked us in the balls, and it was 100% my fault because we went from making almost $1 million a month on Patreon, and now we only make like $250,000 a month, and I'm very irritated about it. My kids got to eat too. I need your money. Resubscribe to Patreon. We're back.
250,000. Could you imagine?
Oh fuck!
I wouldn't know what to do with 250. I don't even. If I even get $5,000, that shit's gone in like 2 days.
Yeah.
I'm stupid, man. Could you imagine if I had money? I'd have like giraffes and like fucking hippopotamus. Yeah. You know, like I just buy random shit. Like don't give me money.
I would pay off my house, and then I would fucking buy every house on the street.
Yeah.
Both sides, and then put a big fence around it and just like adopt like every fucking dog that needs to get adopted. And I'd be like, cool, I got a bunch of dogs now.
These stray ass rabid dogs. Like,
oh yeah, fuck it, man. That's cool. My kids will go feed them and shit. Chicken bones. Fuck it. Jeez. No, I'm lying. But I would definitely buy a giraffe. I'd probably buy 2 giraffes and 19 wolves. But 20 wolves is ridiculous. 19's the magic number.
I was thinking like a panther. I wanted like a guard panther, just a panther out in the yard, you know? Like no one's coming to your house if you have a fucking panther.
No, absolutely not. No, like you
know,
can get past a dog.
yeah,
Pit bulls are cool. Rottweilers are cool.
you can persuade them.
Yeah, right.
You
Get a
can't do that to a
snack.
panther.
No, a panther will fucking eat you with a smile on its
Or like a
face.
brown bear or something.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
So what should we talk about here today, man? There's a couple articles that I wanted to bring up from last year that I didn't get around to, but we could talk about more common things that are happening right now, like more recent things, I should say, if you would like to.
Yeah, there's a few stories that happen in my hometown that random. I didn't tell you this, but my little hometown out of Chipley had a shooting. It was something crazy. I can speak on it a little bit as we flow.
Yeah, let me know.
Pretty
Get
crazy,
into it.
because it's one of those things where, like where you live in Rockford, it's to be expected. Like if it's a good day in Rockford, then something is definitely happening.
Right. Yeah, no
Yeah,
shit.
I've been to Rockford. I've seen like when you and I when we first became friends, you would tell me about Rockford, and like I was like, man, it ain't that fucking bad. And then like obviously as we've grown together, and the shit you share me, and then I've actually physically been up to Rockford, I'm like, holy shit, this motherfucker wasn't lying. Like this place is shit, you
Right.
know. But something in like my hometown, real quick. This dude, he was out of town. He was from Tennessee. Uh, he came in, and the story that I read that he was passing through. He was stopped at a red light. He was hanging out his sunroof, yelling at people. And then he crawled out of the sunroof, and I think it was about that time school was letting out, and he tried to get into a school bus with children, dude. Like he was just like crazy, just like beating on the door, trying to get in. School bus like hauled ass. He ended up at Walmart. So my mom lives like no shit less than a mile from Walmart from my hometown. And like pulls in, he assaulted like two elderly people, and the cops came and like shot him the fuck up.
They killed him?
Yeah. Yeah, they killed him.
Damn.
The story in the thing is he reached and grabbed one of the police officer's tasers, and once the subject grabs anything on a tool belt of a police officer, it's automatically deadly force. And
Right.
that's what happened.
And explain to the new listeners why you know this, because you are in fact a military police officer. So you know that you're not just saying this like a fucking internet sleuth. You're not just one of those guys that's like, oh, if you touch a cop, you deserve to die. That's not
No.
what you're saying. You're just saying that like the way that you guys are trained, if they're reaching for your fucking belt, what do you have
Right.
on your belts? You have protection devices, weapons. They could be used as weapons.
Right,
If
'cause
that person gets a hold of them, you're vulnerable now.
Yeah.
And how can you save the public? How can you save these people in Walmart if this guy's got one of your fucking weapons, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the way, because they can incapacitate you with your own shit. And the rule of thumb as a police officer, MP, sheriff's deputy is go into every situation with a gun involved. Because it's
Okay.
you. You are the
Right.
gun. Like you could go to like the simplest.
Oh, I understand now. That
Yeah,
makes
treat
sense.
every situation like there's a gun involved. That doesn't mean go in with your gun drawn and blazing, but in the back
Right.
of your head, there is already a gun involved in the situation. So
That's a really good way to put it.
yeah. And once you mess with anything on that belt, it's like you done fucked up.
I am not Batman, motherfucker. Batman is a
Right.
fictional character. Do not touch my utility belt.
But yeah, he got shot up. They ended up killing him. Something like that hits in my hometown. And I was very surprised with the accusations and the stories that came out of that, because nothing really happens. So that when that did happen, there was only like one, from what I read, one specific story, and that can roll into the whole internet just taking things out of context and just blowing it up to what it's not. I
Right.
was kudos to my hometown for that. Like I was like, holy crap! Like it was legit. Like it was to the point. There was no like he was part of a cult. He was part of
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was
He
like,
was
oh
on
wow,
methamphetamines. Like
yeah,
they can just fucking insinuate whatever they
yeah.
want.
He it was Hulk Hogan's cousin from
Yeah, right. He was a guest on Don't Blame Us podcast one time.
he donated money to these two assholes that used to speak into a mic on Facebook.
To the Patreon. Don't blame us, or no, it's patreon.com/don't blame us. So anyway, he was trying to get into a fucking school bus too,
Yeah,
because
that was
fuck
game
that,
over
man.
for me, dude. Like,
Yeah, fuck you. Don't do that. Don't fuck with the
yeah,
kids, dude. Don't fuck with
yeah.
the kids.
Yeah, I get it. Don't fuck with old people and don't fuck with kids. You know what I mean? That's my rule of thumb because
Right.
old people are just as vulnerable as children. You know, at least maybe the children had a running chance. Like, old people, it's like they're just gonna take it.
Yeah, but kids are so innocent. They haven't even done anything yet for you to be mad at them for. Like they don't deserve any pain or
No,
any they don't deserve any of this shit. And for you to attack kids is the fuck you. You're at the bottom of the barrel, dude. Picture the bottom of the barrel and then go 11 barrels under that. Like that's where you are. You're the fucking you're the treasure that everybody's looking for on that fucking island that everybody dies. What's that fucking island?
oh god,
There's a show about it. If I didn't have 9 beers in me, I'd know exactly what it was. And our listeners are going to be like, Darren, you're a fucking idiot. Oak Island. Oak Island. There's like
oh
this big
oh yeah
fucking
yeah. Oh
this money pit. Like you're lower than that. Like fuck you if you fuck with children. Leave them
yeah,
alone. Leave them
it's
alone.
like Oak Island, and then there's like Epstein Island. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
like
right.
in between those two.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're worse than cancer because it's not even cancer's fault. Like I hate when children die from cancer. It's so unfair, but like you're worse than cancer if you fuck with kids. If you hurt
Oh,
children,
absolutely.
like cancer don't know no better, you know?
Yeah.
Cancer doesn't have a conscience.
No.
If you fuck with kids, fuck you. Time
No,
to go.
absolutely. But uh, my theory is I think all of us has the cancer. I think it's just whose body can fight it the longest.
Probably. And
You
think
know what I
about the
mean?
shit
Like,
that we eat, dude. Like we
yeah.
eat,
Well,
you
the
know.
little babies, like they're born and boom, well, it has leukemia, and it's like brand new.
Yeah, yeah, right,
You know
right.
what I mean? So that's my theory. I'm not a scientist, but I feel like we all harvest it somewhere in the body, and I think over time our body can't fight it off. Peter said, "What the fuck is up, man? What's up, Peter?
Well,
Peter Anthony?"
like you, oh fuck, hell yeah,
Yeah,
man. He was one of our guests when we first started out, man. We got to get his ass back on too.
absolutely.
Maybe he might like this topic and when we talk about internet slews and stuff when we get into it. But man, I felt like I had something else to say, but we can move on if you want to.
No, we're good. I just wanted to tell you my little clip on uh my little hometown. That's a first. That's rare. I mean, I guess when I said shooting, the guy didn't shoot nobody, but he actually tried to hurt.
This was in Florida.
Yeah, Chipley,
Oh, go
Florida.
figure.
Yeah.
Ah, no, just kidding. I thought when you said my small town, I'm like, don't you live on a fucking army base?
No,
But you said
no.
hometown, so
Hometown.
Florida.
Yeah. Yeah, it's rare. It's unlike Rockford, they get like what, 27, 28 a day over there,
Oh, at least.
you know?
Probably. Yeah, Peter Anthony said cancer is in everyone over time. If we're exposed, our DNA breaks it down, and that now mutated DNA makes cancer cells. I remember what I was going to say now. I was thinking it's kind of like the way with people deal with mental issues. Like all those chemicals are in your brain already, and they're supposed to flow a certain way throughout your brain.
Mhm.
And if they don't, then you could act differently. You know what I mean? You could be a completely different fucking person. Just like a person with cancer is fucking, I'm dying. Like nobody wants to die, but like now you're dying because of this fucking cell that's inside of your body. So that would make sense to me that maybe we all have cancer. It's just the way
Right.
our body fights it off, you know? I don't know.
I don't know either. And
I'm not a rocket surgeon. I don't perform surgery on rockets.
Yeah. I'm not a gynecologist either.
No. All right,
Oh.
Peter, we love you, brother. Thanks for tuning in, man. So let's talk about something that happened in my fucking city here just recently. It's not my city. I'll never claim it unless I became like a famous rapper. Then I'd be like, yeah, Rockford. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't even do that. I wouldn't even do that. I would lie about where I was from. So Rockford, Illinois, for those of you that do not know, is I believe it's like the second biggest city in Rockford, or I mean in Illinois. I'm trying to fucking read and podcast at the same time. But Audie, just start talking because I got to pull this fucking article up.
So I was gonna say something, but I didn't want to interrupt you.
All
As
right, I
far
got
like,
it. Go ahead though.
no, go ahead.
All right, so the headline reads: 19-year-old suspect in Sunday's triple murder arrested. Now, so 3 days ago, this is January 20th,
20th.
2023. 3 days ago on a Sunday evening, there's 19-year-old person got into a gunfight and he killed 3 fucking people. I'm going to read the article verbatim, and I'm going to give the source. It is mystateline.com. That way nobody could say that I'm committing fucking plagiarism or anything like that. We always give our sources for our material. So Rockford police have arrested Jalen Jackson, age 19, the suspect in a Sunday night shooting in which 5 people were shot, 3 of whom were killed. According to police, around 4:50 p.m., officers were called to an apartment in the 2300 block of 23rd Street, where they found a 25-year-old man suffering from a gunshot wound to his right leg and a 29-year-old, Vashawn Reeves, dead in the kitchen. 18-year-old Xavion Johnson was taken to the hospital but died from his injuries. Now, this is a quote from the police chief, Carla Red. We all know that these crimes aren't going to end here. I'm going to be honest with you. I fear the retaliation for these individuals who were present, those individuals who were involved in this senseless act. If I have family members, if I have parents who are out there who are not sure what to do, reach out. We can help you. If you want to get your son or your daughter to a safe place, and they know if they were involved, they know if they have to fear or watch their backs out of fear or retaliation, reach out so we can put these things to rest. So this started with 2 gangs I've never even heard of. I've never even heard of these 2 gangs. They're called GMT and 3 World. It says a source told, I've never heard of them. I Googled it, and the only thing I found out about GMT, please forgive my ignorance and naivety, gangbangers. Please don't attack me and don't beat me up. But a source told law enforcement the shooting was part of an ongoing gang dispute over a stolen gun. Although the stolen gun was reportedly returned to the residents of the 23rd Street apartment, a meeting was called to bring members of the GMT and 3 World Street gangs together. So, from what I understand, is like you have your shot callers from these gangs. Apparently, somebody's gun got stolen, and these 2 gangs, the shot callers, came together and was like, all right, let's fucking squash this shit. But at the meeting, Jackson and Reeves reportedly got into an argument in the kitchen, at which point Jackson pulled a gun and shot Reeves. Multiple shots were fired by multiple parties, according to court documents. Jackson was grazed by a bullet that injured his cheek and nose. He was one of the 5 people taken to the hospital for treatment. A witness said that he drove off from the apartment. This is fucked up. All right, so before I read this, I showed you the picture of the guy. You see his fucking cheek is ripped wide open.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, he got shot in his fucking face, but it grazed him. But he was pretty much the gunman. Like, he was the guy who was shooting these people, according to this article, right? So a witness said that he drove off from the apartment with a 17-year-old from Dallas, Texas. He noticed that the teen was bleeding before stopping on Millbury Avenue, where an ambulance picked the teen up and took him to the hospital. He later died from his wounds. Could you imagine being this fucking 17-year-old kid from Dallas, Texas? And I don't know if you're visiting. I don't know if you just recently moved here. And then the people from here are like, Rockford's the shit. We gang. Like, our gangs are fucking real. And the 17-year-old kid goes to a party or whatever and just gets fucking killed. And then, like, the way the article is pretty much explaining it, that he got out of the vehicle and the ambulance picked him up. So the homie that was driving must have fucking like dropped him off, and I don't know if he called 911 for him or what the fuck happened, but um here's another quote from the chief, I believe. It said, I'm not going to go back and scroll to see because I'm a lazy podcaster. Fuck me. I'm honestly sick and tired of the murders. 4 murders in 5 days? That's insane, and it needs to stop. Rockford Mayor Tom McNamara, everybody around here hates him, by the way, also said he was tired of senseless violence taking place in the city. He said, I'm sick and tired of the gun violence that's been plaguing the city of Rockford. I'm angry that every time we feel like we are taking 1 step forward, we seemingly get hit with taking 2 steps back. After an incredibly violent week, the violence must end, and it has to end now. So Jackson was arrested Sunday evening and charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. He's being held in the Winnebago County Jail for $300,000 bond. $300,000 bond. That's over a fucking quarter. That's over $250,000. But this dude is 19. He's a kid. He's a fucking kid.
Mm-hmm.
And he killed other, I don't know if they were kids, but even to me, 21 years old is a fucking kid in my eyes.
25 even to me, dude. You know how that shit goes.
Yeah, right. It
We're
all depends. But
it's.
But this dude here, like I don't know the situation. I wasn't there, and I'm not going to be one of those speculating pieces of shit. But he's got to feel like one of the hardest thugs ever. Like, motherfucker, I got shot in the face and I killed 3 motherfuckers and shot 2 of them. Fuck it. Put me in jail. I'm fucking thug, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's got to feel like a hardcore motherfucker. I'm not fucking saying what he did is cool, but that's what he's going to go into prison with, that mentality. But he's 19. He's a child. He's a fucking kid, and it's fucked up. Like that there's fucking kids out there that do these things, that they gangbang. And they fucking carry guns and shit. It's like, man.
Yeah, I don't
get a fucking job in a machine shop, you know?
Like you know the outcome when you pull that trigger. Like, what are you thinking?
Dude, yeah.
You know, like you're going
somebody is going to die. Yeah, and then if you're on the other end of it, you're going to prison,
and
you know?
You're going to end up on a Netflix documentary saying how you're going to spend the next, 50 to 60 years because of I wasn't thinking moment. And all of a sudden I found Jesus and I read the Bible now and I have remorse. And it's just like, it's too late.
Yeah, man. Sucks.
Yeah.
Just
sad.
Stop to begin with, you know, like it sucks that like there's parents out there, like even the gunman, like even his parents like his family lost somebody too, because now my kid's going to prison forever, you know.
It's putting them through a hardship.
If I didn't go through, all right, first of all, if this didn't happen in my town, and if I didn't go through what I'm going through currently, I would have a way different opinion on this. Because you've heard me in the past talk about true crime, and I'll be like, well, fuck that retard. You know what I mean? Shouldn't have fucking carried a gun. But I'm trying to look at things differently now, because I've seen people who have not done things get accused of things. But I mean, clearly this guy did it, but I'm just trying to figure out, like, how can we stop the shit? Like, the shit just gotta fucking, man, I feel sorry for these fucking kids, little jerk offs.
Yeah, all of them.
Quit killing people.
Yeah, stupid motherfuckers. But, and when I look at it, being that I'm a father, I used to be like, blame the parents. But now that I've gotten older and obviously I'm a father, it's like, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you can raise your child to be the most perfect child there is, and he's still gonna fuck up and make a bad decision. So
he can outside of your supervision. Yeah, you can't be with him. You can't be with him all the time.
Right. And I think from what I see from my foxhole is kids today are influenced by the wrong things. Yes. You and I were influenced, man. Our generation was the shit. We were
the things that we were influenced by. The people outside looking in immediately thought that it made us devil worshippers and Satanists.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, fine. Let's just pretend that that's real for 2 fucking seconds. There aren't any fucking satanic murders that fucking happen. There are no satanic rituals. Like, that shit's not real. That's shit that the media makes up. And I'm not blaming rap music, but it's the culture that, like, the gang banging and the carrying the guns and shit.
I'm
like,
blaming Elvis.
they fucking kill people. Like, they legitimately kill people. So
Yeah.
what were you saying right before I said I interrupted you and started being a fucking asshole?
No, I think it's more or less you and I growing up, and what we were influenced by was actual real influence. It was face-to-face influence. We had to watch videos and stay up all night to watch MTV to be influenced by certain bands, certain shows. We didn't have it at the palm of our fucking fingertips. We couldn't just randomly get on an app and communicate with some other person across the world. And in media, social media, they influence these children's minds. I have a 13-year-old, and there is no book on how to be a parent or a father.
Right.
It's hard. It's hard, and I reflect on my well-being and myself when I was being brought up, and literally, I'm like the old timer. I'm like, you kids are doomed because our generation before us said the same shit. So I'm just like,
Yeah. We sound
they,
like old jerk-offs now. We sound
yeah,
like our
absolutely.
parents.
We're not cool anymore.
Yeah, right. As
And
much as we want to think we are, we're just
yeah, we suck.
that ship sailed, Daddy.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I would go off more the social media, the hearsays, the theories. It plays strong in today's society because it's someone can sit on the fucking couch, do this right here, bro, and come up with some bullshit and hit send, and that's it.
Right.
It's like pulling the trigger of a gun. Once the bullet's fucking pulled, people take it, and it's like wildfire.
Yeah, for sure. And
People are
like,
influenced.
speaking of social media and everything and the influence it has, like, fucking, let's talk about this YouTuber that killed his pregnant girlfriend during a live stream.
That's
I was gonna bring this up our last episode that was what 17 months ago.
yeah.
So the
5 years ago.
headline, our source here is Daily Dot, and the headline reads: YouTuber allegedly kills pregnant girlfriend during live stream, and viewers reportedly urged him to do it. So yeah, that's just the headline alone. Like, most of your headlines are like straight to the point, but they're very misleading. They're like, click here to see Selma Hayek naked, and I click on it. She's not fucking naked. This is bullshit,
It's like all ads. It's just ads.
Yeah, I'm so fucking angry right now. But one viewer paid him $1,000 so that they could watch Reflay torture her. So apparently this guy's YouTube name was Reflay. A Russian YouTuber was reportedly. Don't laugh. This isn't funny.
You had me at Russian.
I was. If it wasn't you, it was going to be me. So I'm just glad you did it first.
Yeah,
so now
I'm here for you.
All right, thank you.
Let me fuck up once.
I really appreciate you being an asshole for me. You jumped on that asshole grenade, and I love you
dude,
for
right
it.
there on it.
So a Russian YouTuber was reportedly arrested after he live streamed himself torturing his pregnant girlfriend to death. A viewer reportedly paid him $1,000 to inflict the torture. The 28-year-old woman, identified as Valentina, hold on, give me a second, Grigorieva, nailed it.
Nailed it.
So 28-year-old woman identified as Valentina Grigorieva by the Sun died of hypothermia after YouTuber Stas Reflay allegedly forced her on a balcony in sub-zero weather in only her underwear. So the killing took place at a house the YouTuber, whose real name is Stanislav Reshetnikov, was renting in the village of Ivanovka near Roscoe. Moscow. Why do I choose to read articles like this when I have 7 beers in me? This is bullshit. I will continue. Reshetnikov live streamed the killing to his tens of thousands of subscribers. I wish I had half of that. A quarter of that, I'd be happy. But I still wouldn't kill my girlfriend on the internet.
No.
What the fuck? So in the stream, which was captured and reposted to various Russian YouTube channels, Reshetnikov can be seen dragging. I'm not going to say their last names anymore. I'm getting tired of this shit. So the dude can be seen dragging the girl limp, half-naked body inside his room before he places her on the couch. According to a translated transcript published by The Sun, he says, "Valia, are you alive? My bunny, what's up with you? Do we have any Russian accent actors in the house? Can you do it?" So he's like, "Varva, are you alive? My bunny, what is up with you? Damn, you look like you are dead." I am worried. I can't do this. "Guys, no pulse. She's pale. She is not breathing," he tells viewers, realizing she is dead. And one video featuring the aftermath of the incident, he cries loudly, at times in front of the camera and at times by her body. He also bangs the couch arm a few times, seemingly in frustration. According to The Sun, the dude was egged on by his audience. One identified viewer reportedly paid him $1,000 so that they could watch him torture her. According to Heavy, some speculate that he forced her onto the balcony after they had a fight. Investigation is underway. The broadcast went on for 2 hours after she died. Here's an update from December 3rd. When reached for comment, a YouTube spokesperson told the Daily Dot that while the original live stream did not take place on YouTube, it removed re-uploads of the stream and terminated his account. "We're shocked to learn of this tragic incident. This kind of graphic content is not acceptable on YouTube. It remains unclear which platform the incident was streamed on." So we're going to go ahead and say, if you are a victim of domestic abuse, call National Domestic Violence Hotline. Their phone number is 1-800-799-7233. Don't let your boyfriend or girlfriend beat you up. This is not okay. But yeah, so this fucking YouTuber, I would do a lot of things to be famous, Audie, but I would not torture my girlfriend on a live stream. Pregnant girlfriend. Yeah.
You know, that reminds me of
that.
It reminds me of that story of that girl that kept texting, I guess, that boy to kill himself. Do you remember that shit?
Yeah, I Love You Now Die is the documentary title. I Love You Now Die, I think it's called.
And she got prison time, right? Hey, you know, here's my thing with that. Like, if I told you to go kill yourself and you did it, am I going to jail?
Yeah, fuck you.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like,
well, like this is like, all right, first of all, like, you should never say that to anybody.
No.
Like, don't bully people and be like, you deserve to die, fuck you, go kill yourself. Don't do that, especially if you're a child, like,
right,
to another child, because children just don't understand. Kids don't realize that life doesn't end after high school. Like, there's a lot more life to go on out there. Most fucking people that I went to school with that were awesome are jerk-offs now. And now I'm the shit. You know what I mean? And I was one of the kids that got fucked with, you know?
Right.
So, but little kids don't know that. And you should never tell anybody to kill themselves. Bullying is wrong, and you're a piece of shit if you do that. But the way this girl did it, he was like texting back and forth, and he's like, "Oh man, I started to get sick or whatever." And she's like, "Get back in there. That's not going to fucking work if you fucking don't get in there. Get back in there." And she was like telling him to fucking kill himself. And like, why? Where is your satisfaction in this, brother? Like, I know you love this girl. And like, you might think that you're doing it for her because she told you to, but like, in the end, dude, you're not gonna get anything out of this. Like, you're not even a beach from her or any other girl in the future for that matter. Like, what the fuck is going on? It's crazy. That cunt deserves to go to prison for what she did. Fuck her. Right in the face with a chainsaw.
I'm trying to share this. Give me a second. Yeah, I don't like, where are you at mentally? Like it makes no sense. Like
Well, a lot of the people were saying that this girl wanted to fit in, and she was kind of a shithead, and she couldn't fit in, so she was trying to be the girl with the boyfriend that died. So then, like, she was kind of hanging out with the cool clique, and then like school came back, and she got brushed aside or whatever, and then she thought that when the boyfriend died, she'd get sympathy from the cool kids again, and they'd like let her back in the clique, and then she could be like the girl. Oh my god, the love of my life killed himself. You know what I mean? That's what a lot of people
yeah.
think is what she was doing.
So she was influenced by popularity in a sense.
That's what it sounds like. That's what the documentary definitely made it sound like. There's another article I really want to read from the Washington Post, but it's not letting me because these fucking pop-ups, and they're fucking pissing me off.
Try
Hey,
Viagra now.
all right, let me we get no, there's just there was a haunted house incident in Ohio where somebody was stabbed to death in a haunted house attraction. Like in Halloween time when you fucking
Damn.
walk in and
That's the worst way to
ooh,
die.
dude, it's one of them.
That would piss
And
me off.
I love horror movies. Like
Yeah.
that is my fucking jam. You too. And one of my favorite ones are the haunt attractions. Like even the movie Haunt, for example, is a great fucking movie. Hellfest is a great fucking movie. But for that to happen in real life, fuck that. Nope, I'm not doing it. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, I don't go to haunted houses anymore. I only pay thousands of dollars to travel 6 hours with a bunch of shitheads in a bus to look for real ghosts. Go look back at our episodes if you want to hear all about that.
I gotta do that one. We gotta do that before we die. You and I.
Oh, we can't talk about we got to do things before we die because me and Brent did that, and look at him. I'm cursed. If me and you start talking about how we got to do stuff before you die, Audie, you might get murdered.
Yeah, yeah, I might.
And then
I might
people
wanna...
are going to blame you for something that you didn't do.
They're gonna go after you.
Should we talk about internet sleuths or what? We got
Yeah,
like 20 minutes left.
yeah, let's bring it in. Let's talk about the
So I'm
the
not going to
YouTubers.
get full in detail, but there was an incident in Idaho where these three beautiful girls and this young handsome man were murdered in their house with a knife. Somebody was arrested for it. His name is Brian Koberger. But there was another person about like 15 miles away or so who died in a SWAT team shootout, completely unrelated. But there are people who are saying that he was involved somehow. And the whole thing that we're going to talk about here is sleuths. We're not going to talk about the case because we don't know enough. And I'm
Yeah.
not going to fucking be that guy.
Right.
But
We're not gonna be a slew.
exactly. That's exactly what I'm not going to fucking do. But what irritates me about these people, they can say whatever they want on the internet, and they don't understand the lives that they're destroying. Like they can go on fucking Facebook and Reddit, type in their shit, and they can go to bed at night and be 100% cool. Meanwhile, the people that they talk about, they're not going to bed that night, man. They're fucking up crying like, why the fuck did this happen? Why are you fucking saying these things about
Yeah.
these people? You don't realize that the fucking lives and families that you're destroying and the trauma that you're causing. You internet sleuths, listen to me. Look at me in the eyes and listen to me. You cannot do the FBI's job or a cop's job better than they can. That's why they were assigned to this position. You were nobody. You're a fucking jerk off and you suck at life, and you're fucking going on the internet looking for shit that isn't there. If you knock on the devil's door, he will eventually answer. And you're a piece of shit, and leave the fucking job to the professionals, you fuck faces.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely you know, there was a saying, I posted it a long time ago that people, it was something like people are too comfortable behind their phones because they haven't been punched in the throat or something like that.
Yeah,
So
there's no fucking fear of retaliation,
right.
or there's no accountability is a word I
Yeah.
should say. Because if I start saying retaliation, that word can get tossed around and misused
Yeah,
and taken
and
out of
then all of a sudden
context.
now, yeah. Oh, now we're going after them. We're, you
Yeah,
know,
and that's not the fucking case
then the
here.
slews will take that and come up with all these conspiracies, and then it's
Yeah,
like wildfire.
I got something you can investigate, you fucking piece of shit.
But yeah, it's definitely a toxic. That's one of the bad
It's
sides of the
insanely
social
toxic.
media.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's toxic as
toxic
shit.
is a good word to use.
Cause you know, I've had friends die throughout my years before social media, and it was hard enough. It was already hard enough mourning them for their passing, and you know, and being around their family, and I could not imagine you trying to mourn the loss of a loved one, and you wake up to fucking links and fucking Google and YouTube especially
And
on
private
shit.
messages sent to myself about like
Yeah,
the FBI is coming after you too, and asking me questions about this person as if I'm supposed to fucking know where, like it's just
yeah.
it's garbage.
It's very toxic, and I wish YouTube and all these social media platforms had somewhat, not a fact checker, but somewhat of like, hey, doxing and uh what's the word I'm looking for?
There needs to be some kind of filter on this shit. Like
Yeah, like, oh shit, not is it doxing and come on, help me out here. I said it the
I
other
don't
day.
I don't know, but it'll never
Slander?
happen because yeah, slander
Slandering.
100%. Yeah,
Like
slander.
like none of these people know you. None of these people know that other person. So what gives them the fucking right to get on a social media platform and tell the world on everything that, well, according to my calculation, this was
Yeah.
here and he was here.
But
Oh,
they don't even know that. They're just
no, they
taking
don't.
screenshots of pictures on
So
Facebook.
so look, you
And
see
they're
all
like,
this horror?
this guy likes horror movies and he
Yeah.
has a machete
Look at all
and
this
he
shit.
knew this guy. Like,
Oh
fuck
my
off.
oh my god, he's into horror. That just ugh.
Dude,
Like,
I said today, I'm like, yes, I love horror movies. That doesn't make me a murderer. If you enjoy romantic comedies, that doesn't make you a slutty comedian. You know?
yeah.
God damn it. That I thought that was funny and very clever, and you didn't laugh. I hate you, Audie
Well,
Marsh. You're
no, I
worse than
was
my wife. You
fucking
don't
in
laugh at my
tune.
jokes.
I was in
No,
tune.
no, I know. I'm just kidding, kind of.
I
There's
kind of wish for those people who love romances, you know.
I'll fuck with some romantic comedies too, stoner comedies. I like all kinds of movies. I'm just a fan. I'm a fan of everything. It doesn't make me a fucking participant,
Yeah.
but
No, it's
it's
shitty,
just
man.
the slews need to fucking back off, shut the fuck up, let the police do their job, and stop
Yeah.
fucking name dropping people. You have no idea the trauma that you're causing to other people. Like, it's fucked up. And then when these individuals want to fucking back them up, like me, for example, when I'm trying to back up my homeboy on Reddit and things like that, I just open myself up for more
Yeah.
fucking attacks
More
and things.
slews,
And
man. You're just feeding the slew train.
yeah, so it's just all right, notifications off, motherfucker. I'm done. And like I really don't give a fuck what anybody says about me personally. They can dig through my whole Facebook and they could fucking say whatever they want, man. Repost any picture. I put it all up there for a reason, man. Like so other people can see it, right? That's what social media is
Yeah.
about. And you can say whatever you want about me, but keep my fucking homeboy's name out of your mouth. And he's not involved. So fuck off. I'm not involved either. Fuck off.
Yeah. It's
Suck a
sad,
dick,
man.
bitch.
Yeah. Hey, don't blame us.
I hate you.
Just because you
Dude, people
conspiracy
even
theory.
went into that where they're like, oh, he's got a podcast called Don't Blame Us, trying to say that, like, that was some kind of trail of breadcrumbs. Like, oh, don't blame you for what? Like, motherfucker, this podcast is a year old. What are you talking about? Oh, isn't it odd that the murders happened on Darren's birthday? Isn't it fucking odd that billions of other people are also born on November 13th? Isn't it fucking odd that one of the highest fucking movies in the internet, theater, was a horror movie? I didn't fucking write it or direct it. People like horror movies. I'm not the only one. Fuck you, I hate you.
It'll be like, isn't it fucking odd that this dude's a police officer?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly, man.
I don't
Like,
know,
oh,
man. You know, I just want to punch him in the fucking face. I wish I
no,
could do that. I would go to jail if I could.
well, now you're just now you just sound like a murderer.
I don't care.
No, but
I slay
I just
vagina.
it just sucks, man, because when I just started to be able to get through the day without like crying and being super upset, and I'm just starting to be able to do my dad tasks and things, and I'm starting to heal a little bit, then this shit happens.
No,
And
absolutely.
they Terrifier 2'd me, man. They ripped my fucking wounds open and fucking scrubbed salt in it. And so now it's like, you take a fucking step forward to fucking in the healing process, and now I'm a fucking two, three
Yeah.
steps back, and it's starting the whole
Yeah,
thing over again.
I knew something was up when it was like, your time of to mourn. I give you your space. I get it. And then I get these fucked up videos sent to me that you send me. I'm like, oh my God, this is fucking funny. And I see the light in Darren's head start to come back. And then what, couple of days, it's like, fuck. All
Yeah,
that shit just rained down. I was like, God damn it.
yeah.
Yeah, and then it affects me. So I only imagine when it affects you and your family, your kids, your mom. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a couple 100 miles away, so I couldn't imagine what was going on in your house, bro. And I feel for you. I
No,
do.
I thank you and I love you for that. Like I fucking dude, you're the first person I contacted over it.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, I
like,
know.
what the fuck is going on? And then you were like, just dude, he's trending. Do not look this stuff up. Stay away from it. Just
Yep.
don't do it. And I did because I'm a fucking dumb dumb. But I'm dealing with it now. I'm okay now.
Yeah.
And we did an interview with a very popular news fucking place, and we're gonna get the word out there that he's not
Yeah.
involved with this shit, and it's all gonna go away, man. It's
Yep.
so sad to say that some other beautiful people are gonna die, and then everyone's gonna start caring about that.
Yep.
That's what happens in this country.
It's a shitty toxic slewing trend, a fad,
Yeah.
if you will, that's just gonna fade away.
Hmm.
Well, they're going on to the next one, you know.
Yep.
Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Exactly. Like people still talk about like our episode on the West Memphis Three. There's still some people who think that they're guilty. There's still some people who think that Scott Peterson is innocent from when he killed Lacey Peterson. But there's one fucking thing that Don't Blame Us podcast is going to go out there and say, and it is OJ
OJ
did that
did that
shit.
shit. He did that.
OJ
That
is guilty
motherfucker.
as fuck,
Oh yeah,
man.
that dude. Fuck that dude.
I don't even drink orange juice no more because I
No,
heard
I don't
OJ will
either,
kill
dude.
you.
Yeah. I don't even drink it either. I don't even eat oranges, bro.
That OJ will kill you.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. So I don't got much left to say, man. We're at 48 minutes. I kind of want to get out of here. This is our comeback episode. This is season 2, episode 1.
Yep.
Again, I apologize to everybody for fucking
Yeah.
not
And
getting involved, but
I'll
I'm
go
back.
ahead.
I'm back every
I'll
Friday now, Audie Marsh. Let's go. All right, you have my
yeah.
word. Every
We're
Friday, let's go.
we're gonna push it, try it every Friday. I got some obligations coming up with my job, so it's gonna be a roller coaster, but we'll be
Well,
there.
we can switch to Saturdays, Sundays, whatever. It's like we'll
Yeah,
figure it
we'll
out. But we're
figure it
gonna
out.
upload once a week from now on, as long
I
as
know
we can.
the next couple of months is gonna be a little difficult for me, but we're back in the limelight. We're gonna get it back rolling. If anything, we'll start posting more. Start posting more like just funny content, if anything, and then just go from there.
Yeah, yeah. And if you
Um,
want to see all that backstage footage and like the fucking the funny content that we do, sign up for our Patreon. It's patreon.com/, don't blame us.
yeah,
You give us a fucking $1 a month and we're always posting up fucking funny videos.
yeah,
We're gonna start now. It's been a while since we've done one, but
yeah.
we're gonna
I'm gonna revamp that shit. I gotta find something that's a little bit more user friendly that I can just up and post something. It is a pain in the ass, but we've been going a little bit. My boy Dixon is in the house. This was my gunner. See the picture?
Really?
Yeah,
Very cool.
we deployed together. I've seen his dick. It's no big deal.
Well, you've seen my nutsack once when I poured candle wax on it. And I'm pretty sure like you're the only male that's ever seen my gigantic nutsack.
It was pretty impressive, but I feel like the wax made it look bigger than what it actually was.
No, you saw it before I poured the candle wax on it. I got a fat one.
You kind of brained it. You know, it's like the brain. If you push everything to the top, you know.
Well, you have to brain it. Fuck. Is this the first nutsack you ever squeezed? Jesus Christ.
Well, I didn't squeeze it, but whatever.
All right, let's go. Let's get out of here. I love you,
All right.
Audie Marsh. Thank you so much, man.
Love you, dude.
Upload this right now because I'm going to listen to it because I'm an egomaniac and I hate myself.
Hey, so for everybody that's coming in and commenting, saying, hey, welcome back. Thank you. We're going to try to post more content from here moving forward. I can't click all these, but thank y'all. And OJ did that shit.
OJ did it.
All right, man. I'll holler at you.
I love you, brother. Later.
Thank you for tuning in to our little Passion Project podcast. Remember, we go live every single Friday night, same damn time, same damn channel. So if you miss it, don't blame us.